Hi guys, and welcome to Microphone Check. I'm your host, Monique Pettaway, and I am in the beautiful area of Dauphin Island Parkway. And this is where you'll find yesterday's treasures. Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Microphone Check. I am your host, Monique Pettaway, and I am at Yesterday's Treasures with the owner, Dee Davis. Welcome to the show, Dee.
Hello, thank you.
How are things going with you?
They are well. It's exciting. It's been an awesome time. We're actually in our 4th year of business, which is huge for a small business. And being one of the businesses that are actually, small Black-owned businesses in this particular industry. So it's exciting.
Well, that's awesome. Well, first of all, tell us who Dee Davis is.
Okay, Dee Davis is a daughter. She's a mother. She is a Christian. She is a family person, and she is a business owner. But if I tell you how we got to the business, being a business owner, Yesterday's Treasures actually was birthed out of a vision of my mother's. So my mother has been a collector for over 30 plus years. And so I've always known treasures of yesterday, old things, vintage things. So I grew up with it. And as I got older, I grew a love for it. And so in that love that I grew to have for treasures, we decided to turn into a business. So while I'm the face, I'm really undergirding a vision and a wish for my mom to turn it into a family business and to leave a legacy for the family.
Wow.
So
And
that's
I like that you said legacy, because
Yes.
that's something you're being able to take on. And I know a lot of businesses start out with the mom, the dad, the fathers or whatever, and they
Right.
pass it on to the children.
Right.
And in some instances, that may not be their vision, that may not be their desire or their dream, but you have taken on your mom's dream and her vision, and you are moving forward with it. So is this something that you also plan to lead in terms of your children?
Definitely. A lot of people, they don't really see my mom because she doesn't do a lot of pictures and different things like that, but she's alive and well. So I don't want it to appear as though she's not, but she is. And so, yes, I do plan to continue to keep it going because, again, I'm learning when some of the items are actually as old as myself, you end up becoming a student of the business as well. So we will continue to always be students of the business because as my children come along, there will be things that will be older than them. So yeah, definitely plan to keep it going and expand. We're just trying to just make our mark on this market,
So talk about some of the things that Yesterday's Treasures offers to the community, because in this store there's so many different things that you have to offer. So what are some of the greatest and unique things that you have in this store?
One of the things that I would say that I love and that customers seem to love are items that take them down memory lane, which begin with the items that are, again, older than myself. They come in and they're like, oh my God, my mother used to have these lamps, and oh my goodness, my grandmother had these dishes and these chairs, they're in my aunt's house. And just like, even though the chairs that we're sitting in now, they are, Victorian antique chairs, and they are in immaculate condition. So to have customers come in and see them and to see them in this condition, it's huge because a lot of people don't preserve the older things. So it's but we have anything from, we have vintage antique pedal cars, we have vintage jewelry, furniture pieces, china cabinets, silver candelabras, you name it, fine china, ladies' hats, dresses. So it's not just all antiques and vintage. It's something for everyone, no matter your taste, no matter your style, no matter your budget. We have something for everyone. So what we have here is actually this stand that is actually filled with shoes, and as you see, kind of cascades down. But we actually call this our J. Renee shoe tree. And the reason why we call it the J. Renee shoe tree is because the majority of the shoes that are on the tree are actually J. Renee, the designer J. Renee. This particular hat is actually from the 20s era. These are called the flipper hats. So if you remember the flipper girls that used to wear the hats in the black and white movies and dance, so that's what that is. So we have the blinged out flipper girl hat, and yes, this is a one-of-a-kind design. It is vintage, well maintained. So one of the cutest things that I like to show people is when you first look right here in this particular area, you have your china, then you have the teacup, and you have these beautiful teacups. So people see this and they're like, oh, that's so pretty. But what you don't know is it is actually a nightlight. It is actually a ceramic nightlight.
That's so cute. Look at that.
And it goes along with that.
So talk about the antiques then,
Yes.
because I know there's some history
Definitely.
behind some of the pieces that you have in this store.
Okay.
Talk about the research aspect of that, because you definitely would need to know some of the history behind some of these pieces
Right.
that entices people to want to purchase them. So talk a little bit about that.
It is, again, it goes back to me saying of being a student of the business, because that is all a part of the research. When you find things and you know that they're old, but you want to find out if they're authentic, are they reproductions, are they something that is valuable or just appear to be valuable. So yes, the research goes into it. That's a huge part of it. It starts with some internet, and then some books. I've even gone to the library to find things that can give me information on items that I'm not well aware of, or reach out to other resources just to make sure that we're providing quality definition and the descriptions of products and items and things that we sell.
Well, awesome. Well, what about the journey itself? Because being in business is not easy,
True.
especially being an entrepreneur who is new,
True.
you know, to being in business, and there's so many things you have to learn. So talk a little bit about your journey
Okay.
as a business owner and what it is that others really need to know if they're looking to go in the same kind of business that you are going in.
Okay. The journey has been, there have been some ups and downs. The downside to the journey is just when you feel a little lost sometimes and you just want to make sure you're on the right path. But at the same time, you use that for the good, because then that means like, okay, then I just need to try something different. Let's see what works, because giving up is not the option. It's just figuring out which way to go with it. But on what I would say to anyone that wants to look into becoming an entrepreneur is definitely take that leap. Take that leap, but get some help, get some guidance. Don't wing it. Take the leap, but do not wing it. There's enough help out there. There's enough resources. You just got to be open to telling someone, hey, I need help. This is what I'm trying to do. Do your research and share your vision with the right people and get some help. Just don't wing it, but definitely do it.
And I definitely can appreciate you saying don't wing it.
Right.
Which is what I think a lot of business owners may fall into, not
Right.
understanding I need a business plan or I need to go out and get some support. So that's some valuable information that you've given our viewers out there today.
Absolutely.
So what are your give backs?
One of the things that we have done, where there have been some mentorship programs that we've connected with, and for gifts, we provided gift certificates as a giveaway for that particular industry. We connect with individuals in the community, and that's one thing that my mom is huge on, is community, and making sure that the people that are in the community feel connected to our business, that we're not just a business here, we want to be community. And so whether it's the law officials that come by sometimes just to speak, she's always sharing something with them, whether it's a Coke, a bottle of water, a pair of socks, just something. The individuals that may be walking around, maybe some children, so we've given things to them. So we try to reach out to the people in the immediate community first, and that's sharing, just encouraging them, but it's definitely taking care of the community first that we have our business in.
Oh, awesome, great. We're so delighted that you've decided to open up this type of business in the community.
Right.
What other words of encouragement would you give that business owner that's seeking to get started today?
Find a community that's already connected and doing what it is that they want to do, because you can always learn from people that have already blazed that trail. That's one of the things that I would definitely say, and be prayerful about it. Connect with what you know your purpose to do, and also reach out to those that have, again, that they're successful in the business. Don't be afraid. Reach out to, you know, you never know the answer you may get. A no is a no if you don't ask. So just reach out to those that are already doing what you desire to do, and do the work. Do the work, and success will come.
So Dee, tell our viewers how they can find you.
Sure. We are located at 3307 Dolphin Island Parkway, Mobile, Alabama 36605. That is our physical location, but you can actually find us at www.yesterdaystreasures.me. That's .me. We are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, we are on Etsy. So we have so many different ways that you can get in contact with us, but definitely check us out at the website and at our physical location. We have 2 locations here, and I'd love to have for them to come out and just treasure hunt with us.
That's awesome. Well, Dee, thank you so much for sharing with us your story today and your journey on how you became an entrepreneur.
Thank you for having me. It's been awesome.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's show. I want to give a special thank you to Dee Davis for allowing us to share her journey and passion for all things antique, and for reminding us to have faith, to take a leap, and to not just wing it. I'm your host, Monique Pettaway, and thanks for tuning in to Microphone Check.